A warm welcome back to my channel and this week's walk and talk update, where I'll be talking to you about some serious running and a Eurovision brick session. That's right, let's go. That's right folks, a very warm welcome back to my walk and talk update. And yes, the great British weather. It's Monday. I should have checked my date. It's Monday the 24th of May. Yes, that's right. As part of my 70.3 Ironman training, this is week number 18. 8 weeks to race day. And yeah, it's been a pretty, as you can probably hear, the heavens are opening again here in England, in the Shires of England. And it's been very much like this all week, on and off rain. So I was going to be running along the, doing a little walk and talk with you guys along the canal. But yeah, week 18 I'm now starting, 8 weeks to race day, and it's getting tremendously exciting. And the past week has been quite something. As I mentioned, it's serious running and a Eurovision brick session. So let's crack on with this. Follow me on my journey to my first 70.3 Ironman. For those of you who've been following my channel for quite a while will know that I do love my Eurovision Song Contest. Yes, from a young child. Obviously my parents having immigrated from Italy, it was the only opportunity of watching live Italian singing on a TV. And so from when I was little, been watching Eurovision. It's great fun, you know, take it with a pinch of salt, whatever, but it was pretty fantastic. So the weekend, as I mentioned, a Eurovision brick session. It was my first brick session on Saturday, and it was all at race pace, and it was interval. It was a number of sets at race pace, both on the bike and running. Yeah, so straight off the bike into a run, and there was the usual things to deal with. Yeah, because with weather like this, it was pouring with rain. So I'm in my turbo, on my turbo in the garage, and it was basically 3 sets of 10 minutes. If you want to look at the detail breakdown, go to the link on my Strava, where I do update my post my training sessions in detail straight from my Garmin. It goes on to Strava, and I felt great. And I was very anxious and nervous beforehand, because this was my first brick session in almost a year, and I didn't know what to expect. And because it being at race pace, I was pretty nervous and anxious about it. But once I got into it, I didn't know how I would. Wow, this is coming down pretty heavy. I'll try and get some cover here. And I didn't know how I would react, how my body would respond to going at race pace. But when I came off the bike, changed into my running shoes, whilst it may have been pouring with rain outside, my legs and that felt really springy, and I was going straight into my stride and felt good. Whilst it's an undulating route around here off the bike to get back to the garage and run round again, it felt good to me. And then getting back on the bike, so it's a 2-minute rest, back on the bike, same again, race pace, off the bike, change into my run gear and out. And as I say, the logistics was a case of getting back on the bike, sort of soaking wet from the run in the pouring rain, and then going at race pace on the bike. And as you can imagine, in the garage, those of you who've done turbo training, it gets a bit sweaty Betty, shall we say. But I done it, finished it, felt great. And what was very interesting, as I mentioned about the Eurovision brick session, is that I'd finished that and I was sort of recovering on the Saturday morning, and I had a call from some friends saying, hey, you want to come up for a Eurovision party? So I thought, yeah, whatever, let's get up there. And do you know what, the damn bugger surprised me with like a 60th birthday type mini bash. I know my birthday isn't until a week today, 31st of May, but it was such a lovely surprise, and it was fantastic. So thanks guys for that. It was yeah, it was really good, you know, lots of good food. little birthday cake, celebrating here and watching Eurovision, and the icing on the cake, pun intended there, with the birthday, was that Italy won. Hey! Yes, absolutely fantastic. Wasn't expecting it at all. Heavy metal, glam rock type song, and they won, and it's the first time Italy won since 1990. There you go. Long time ago. So yes, it was fantastic to see that. So they had been doing pretty well over the years, although have never quite won. They come second many times since 1990, but never quite won. But yeah, this rain is pretty epic now, so let's see if I can find a bit more cover. So yes, and that was the Eurovision. Fantastic, absolutely loved it. I don't know if you guys watch Eurovision as well or partake in it, but leave it in the comments below, see what you think. Also, brick sessions, any tips, hints, whatever, love to hear from you. Let's go and find another little part in the woods here. So yes, I really did in the end enjoy that brick session, as nervous and anxious as I was. But if you have been tracking, I did post another video last week on the topic of serious running. Yes, thank you to Nick Kane for the tip. One of my subscribers, Nick, mentioned about another YouTube channel, and a very witty, funny, well, he thought it was, I looked at it, thought it was fantastic. I reached out to the channel, and they agreed for an interview. Now the channel is called is by Stephen Ganoza, and he's originally from New York but lives in Boulder, Colorado, and he is a very good runner. He's qualified for Boston numerous times. In fact, he has qualified for this year's Boston despite the massive cut-off time, which for those of you who know running, or you are serious runners, will know that it's not just about getting a Boston qualifying time, it's making the cut-off time within that Boston qualifying time. Does that make sense? So let's say the qualifying time is 4 hours and you qualify in 3 hours 59 and 30 seconds. It's highly likely you will not make the cut-off time. So yes, you'll have a BQ time, which is fantastic, but you won't get to run the Boston Marathon because there'll be people who are quicker than you. Make sense? And Stephen does poke a lot of fun at that. You know, he talks about people having to wear certain brands to be taken seriously, like Tracksmith, Chile, I don't know how you pronounce that, but he is very funny. I did leave a link. I know Reese over in New Zealand left a comment that he's following the channel now, and I think it's very funny, and sometimes we need to be able to laugh at ourselves, don't we? Yeah, not to take ourselves too seriously. So Stephen does a very good parody about the serious runner and things that serious runners do over on things like social media or wherever. Follow me on my journey, you know, sacrifices we make and all that type of stuff. He is very funny, and go over and watch that. I very much enjoyed interviewing Stephen, and I did say, because I do feel I have spotted talent over the years, that when he gets to 100,000 subscribers he'll come on for another interview. But who knows, hey? Who knows what will happen? Anyway, I'm just following the path here. Oh, speaking of brick sessions, there's some bricks. Hey, that wasn't planned at all. But anyway, as the heavens have really opened up very wow-y here, I'm going to finish. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate the time that you take to come and watch these updates each and every week. I know it's not exciting or drama or anything like that, and I'd love to hear from you. I mean, do you prefer seeing more drama? I mean, as Stephen would say, some of the things we see on social media, yeah. What can we say? What can we say? But love to hear from you. Please do share. And on a closing note, speaking of sharing, my ebook is now out. Yeah! So all those who'd registered on that link, the link is in the description below. Everyone who'd registered for that link should have a copy of that ebook from me now. If you haven't received it, check in your junk email box or whatever, and it should be there. And for those of you who haven't registered for it yet, then please do, because you'll also get notified when the main book is out. But I'll send you a copy of that ebook. I've had some great responses already, and I'm super happy with the feedback from that. It's taken a lot of time just to produce that, but whew, who knew there was so much involved in putting a book together? But then who knew there was so much involved training for a 70.3 Ironman or marathon training when you haven't done it before? It's like a lot of things in life. We go out of our comfort zone, we do it, work to it and achieve it. Thank you so much for watching, really appreciate that. I'm going to head back to some cover and would love to hear from you in the comments below. And yes, and if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe, thumbs up, all that jazz. Thank you, bye bye.